This program features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
What a very exciting start to this drive. We are joined here by a pride of lions called the Owino Pride. A very warm welcome to Glenwood Elementary, Tallhorn Elementary and Linkwood Elementary. No, Linkwood and Tallhorn Elementary. Sorry for mixing those two up. We welcome you on this drive. We hope you're as excited as I am to have these lions right here with us. So, as I said, this is called the Owino Pride of Lions. And what is a pride? Well, a pride is a group of lions that stays together, kind of like a family. And you will mostly see that it is the females or the girls that will stay together, and the boys, well, they will just kind of come and go, and sometimes they will leave the pride for good and go to try and find a new one. So the core group of the pride is generally the female lions, or the lionesses, as we call them. And we have one standing up right there, right next to the male. And we can tell this one is a male because we can see that it's got a mane starting to develop around its neck there. Scarlet wants to know what a lion's life cycle is. Well, Scarlet, a lion will start off being a tiny little cub, only about 500 grams, so much less, only about a quarter of a pound, about 1 pound they will be born as, and then they are born blind and without the ability to walk, so their mum has to take really good care of them. And then once they start to reach about 1 year old, they will be able to go and join their parents and help out with the hunting. And then once they reach about 2, that is when they start to reach what we call sexual maturity, which means they're starting to grow into an adult. And then at about the ages of 3 or 4, that's when they're fully matured as an adult. The males will then leave the pride and try and find a new one, try and find themselves maybe a girlfriend from another pride. And then the females will generally stay with the pride and help out with all of the hunting and everything that's going to help keep the pride alive. So that is just the general life cycle, and they will generally live to about 10 to 12 years in the males, and the females will live a little bit longer, in that 12 to 15 year range. So they can live about as long as your dog or cats at home. Of course, they are related to the cats. They are in the same family. Jarl wants to know, do lions eat pizza? Well, I'm sure if you fed a lion a nice pizza covered in raw meat, they might eat it, but they can't bake it themselves, so they don't go out in search of pizza. They are what we call carnivores, and a carnivore is a meat eater, so they will eat meat, and I'm sure if you put meat on a pizza, well, they just might eat it. But no, they don't generally eat pizza. All this talk about pizza makes me want some pizza. Also, don't forget, you can ask us questions all throughout this show. Just make sure that you put them to your teacher so she can ask us. We would love to hear everything that you have to say and ask. Help you learn more about these beautiful animals. Oh, what's this one noticed? Quite often see this. One will notice something and get up and move away, and then boop, up pops another one. And they're all going to see what all this fuss is about. Now, they have just eaten, so I don't think they're very hungry at the moment. So I'm not thinking that they will be going out hunting. I think they are moving it to a nice shadier spot. It's a very hot day today, so they'll probably be looking to sleep in the shade. Anyway, I am not the only one here today. We also have Tristan, who is all the way down south in South Africa. I am up in Kenya right now. So let's go and see Tristan and see what he's up to for the day.
What a good start it has been with Pat finding lions on his side of the world. Now, unlike him, where it's very, very hot down here in South Africa, it's a little bit colder and rainy. And so we should have a good afternoon in that. Things like lions and leopards and all these kind of things should be a lot busier because it's a lot cooler. They will be active a little bit earlier. Now, as Pat mentioned, my name is Tristan. On camera, I've got Craig this afternoon, and we have looking forward to having you with us for the for the next 45 minutes. And remember, we want you to ask lots and lots of questions, so just ask your teachers and they'll send them through to us. Now, what we're trying to do at the moment is we're looking out for potentially a leopard that is in this area. So while Pat's got lions, down here in South Africa is one of the best places to see leopards. Oh, there's a beautiful bird. I don't know if Craig's going to be able to get it. But Craig, do you see at the top of that little tree there is a bird that is sitting? Now, excuse the roof, that's for the rain, so our cameras don't get wet. But that is called a paradise wider, and it's beautiful, beautiful colors. It's got this kind of black long tail, and then it's got oranges and reds on it. That makes it a very, very pretty bird. Unfortunately, it's now flown away, which is not ideal. They often do kind of go down into the grass. They don't actually spend too much time up in the trees. Now, there's somebody on the radio that's trying to call me, so you're going to have to give me 2 seconds while I just speak to them. Rexon, go ahead. Okay, copy Rex. Which side? Okay, I've got them here, don't worry. Thank you. So he was just letting me know that he saw some tracks for a leopard in this area, and I'm going to try and show you the tracks now. They're quite difficult to see, but if I get around far enough, Craig, can you see those tracks on the edge of that tire there? Let's have a look. Go to the right, far right, so we're going over there somewhere. Now, there should be to the left of that grass patch. There it is there. So there is a little pug mark, what we call a pug mark, or a track for a leopard. A female leopard is the track there. And this track is not very clear at the moment, but what you can see is in the front, there are 4 toes facing a kind of away from us, and then a pad coming towards the back. Now, that track is indicating that this leopard was walking the same direction, basically, that we're traveling. Now, to tell that it's a leopard, you can see there's no claw marks there, the size of it, as well as the fact that it's got 3 lobes. Now, the problem with this track is that it's not fresh from right now. It's unfortunately a track that's been rained on, and we had rain at about midday. So we're going to just try and see where this leopard is. It's walked between its kind of 2 rainstorms today, and so hopefully we'll be able to find it. And while we kind of go and have a little look, let's send you across to Stephen so he can say hello to you as well.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome again to South Africa, but to another smaller reserve not far away from where Tristan sits right now. We're in a place called Chitwa, and my name is Steve, and I'm joined by Jandre on camera, and we are so excited to have you with us this afternoon. As I'm sure you've been told, let your teacher know all the questions and comments you have for us. Send them through. We'd love to tell you everything we can about the African bush. For now, we are sitting at a very large watering hole, and I bet you know exactly what these things are, don't you? If you said crocodile, no, they are not crocodiles, they are hippopotamuses. Try and say that 10 times fast. Very, very cool animals. In Afrikaans, which is a local language, they're called seekoei, which means ocean cow. Well, we seem to be having a few technical issues, boys and girls. We do apologize. We will be right back shortly, and I hope you don't go anywhere.